What's up, Titans? This be your boy Scotty the King, and you're watching yet another installment of Ask Scotty. Before I get into the video, I just want to send a special shout out to one of my fans. She asked me to send her a shout out to like 2-3 days ago, and her name is Cassie. I want to send a special shout out to her. I want to send another shout out to Gigs, a shout out to my girl China Doll C. Y'all really need to subscribe to her channel, and a shout out to Shut Up Dorian. I did not do nothing. I only did one video this week, and that was the Love and Hip Hop and Bad Girls Club 9 review. And I had already promised yesterday that I was gonna do the Ask Scotty video. I did not see any good gossip for me to talk about this week for my perspective video, but it seems like a lot of stuff has been coming into the blogs today that I decided to do the Ask Scotty video. So I'm probably going to film my perspective video probably Saturday or Sunday and just put it on out there next week if I see anything good. But y'all know how I do it with each Ask Scotty advice column. I do 3 questions at a time, and I always encourage everyone to send me the emails at Mr. Still Standing with the G at yahoo.com. No underscores, no dashes, no nothing. Just straight up Mr. Still Standing at yahoo.com. So here's my first question or whatever. And of course I'm checking my emails from my iPhone. So here we go. Last night I was on Twitter. I put a tweet called a tweet turn on. A girl who is independent and has the big man ahead of her life. This boy retweeted it, and he started a nice convo with me. Later on throughout the question, he questioned me about my sexuality because of the number of gay followers we have on Instagram and Twitter. I explained to him that some of them are just followers, and a few of them I am related to. He said that something wasn't adding up and I am a liar. So he started arguing with me and calling me out in front of everybody on Twitter, calling me DL and all types of shit. I want to know what's your whole opinion on this situation. Okay, my opinion of this situation is this. Why do you even give a damn about what this motherfucker got to say? I mean, it's clearly some Twitter person that you don't even know, that you never even met. It's clearly some queen that's, you know, clearly some queen that wants to out somebody. And, you know, I've seen those type of people. You know, those type of people give gay people a bad name. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people don't like to hang around gay people, because of queens like that wants to, you know, that makes it stereotypical for a gay motherfucker to be loud mouth and want to blurt everybody's business. My whole thing is this: if you know that you're not gay and you know that you're not DL and you know that you like pussy, then fuck what a motherfucker got to say. To be honest, I never would have even dignified them with a fucking response. To be honest, like, who is he to tell you that you lying about what you like and who you do in the bedroom? It's none of his business anyway whether you were lying or not. So my whole opinion on this is, you shouldn't even care. You shouldn't even give them the satisfaction, because sometimes at certain instances like this, when you give them a response, it makes people think that what they're saying about you is the truth, and if you get upset about it, it's something that you know, is obviously something that you have to hide. But in your case, you don't have anything to hide, so you never should even dignify that with a response. If you would have responded, you should have just laughed at their ass and kept it pushing and made them look stupid than they were already looking anyway. So that's my whole thing. Like, don't take what Twitter people say seriously, because, like, I've been bombarded on Twitter before. Like, I remember, it ain't even about my sexuality that I got bombarded for. It was about a simple opinion that I made when Monica did the song with Lil Kim the first time last year, and I really wasn't feeling it like that, and I voiced my opinion on Twitter. A couple of Lil Kim followers must have bombarded my damn mentions. What did I do? I did not dignify they dumb asses with no responses. What did I do? I blocked they ass. And that's exactly sometimes what word am I looking for? That's sometimes the precaution you have to take with motherfuckers on Twitter. If you don't feel like doing all the Twitter beefing and shit, just either don't respond, put them on mute, or just block their ass or unfollow them. It's either one or the other. So I don't even give a fuck about what no Twitter bitch got to say, because I've been attacked on Twitter plenty of times just for stating my personal opinion, and motherfuckers and got mad. You know what I'm saying? Just 2 weeks ago, I stated my opinion on Sunday Best. Some clown came in my damn mentions that I wasn't even following, telling me to sit down with that weak ass shit. Didn't even know who the fuck I was, but yet you're fuming over my opinion. What the fuck is that? Some people just like to ruffle feathers and they ain't got nothing else to do but try to ruffle feathers. They need to get a damn life. That's how I see it. Next question. Hi, once again, this is your boy from Barbados. I'm not gonna say his name because he asked me not to. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of yours. Thank you. But tonight, I want your advice on the situation. I'm gonna try to keep this as short as I can because it's a long story. I was molested at a younger age by my male siblings in my family. My mom is not aware of this. I have not told anyone about it besides my best friend. I was molested by my uncle and some others who also weren't a part of the family. I was molested by lots of people, and even talking to you now, tears are coming from my eyes. This led to me being a soft child and was not masculine growing up. Scotty, for years I'm being bullied by people in my neighborhood. I'm being called a faggot and feminine and names by men in my area. Scotty, I don't say anything. I just carry on my way. Even though I seem happy on the outside, I am a very hurt person on the inside. I have very low self-esteem and I don't think good of myself like I should. I'm not as manly as other guys and I wish I was. It seems no matter how hard I try to cover up my flaws, people then eventually ask this question: are you gay? Scotty, I don't go out as often because my self-esteem among other men makes me stay at home all the time. Whenever other guys in my area attack me by calling me names, all I do is ignore them. But it's getting frustrated at a point that I cry a lot. I don't have lots of confidence or self-esteem. What is your advice on this? Okay. Oof. I am not the type to cry, but that shit right there really made me want to cry. First of all, I can't really speak on child molestation because it never happened to me. But I know 3 people close to me that have dealt with child molestation, and it's kind of crazy that it's always by somebody in your family, and the fact that you've been molested more than once by more than one person is very heartbreaking, and it really just tugs at my damn heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is sad. That making me want to cry, and I'm not even the type of nigga to cry like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. But I understand what you mean about the bullying. Everybody who watch me know that I am a strong advocate against no bullying. I do not like bullying. I'm not here for bullying. I'm not going to say victim. I'm a survivor of school bullying, so therefore I'm not here for bullying, period. So I'm always speaking out against it. Always have, always will. And I've been in your position. You know what I'm saying? I've been in your position where you don't feel like you're good enough because you're not as masculine as the other guys and you soft, quote unquote, and people calling you a faggot and whatever, and they don't even know you. I've been in this situation plenty of times as a kid. I've grown up with people calling me faggots, people calling me gay, people calling me drag queens. Mind you, I'm in the 2nd grade, don't even know what the fuck a drag queen is, and a bitch calling me a damn drag queen. My thing is, I'm still not as masculine as other guys. My whole thing is that it's gonna take you a while to just knuckle up the courage to have more self-esteem about yourself. Once you start to think good about yourself, the things that people say about you will just fly out the window, to be honest. Because for years, the name faggot, the word faggot, a word that I don't like to use, but sometimes I do use it to describe certain gay people, but you know, some queens, that's the word I'm gonna say. But I don't like to use the word faggot, even though like I just said. But yeah. And you know, I've been called that. I've been called faggots. I've been called punk, you know, bitch ass niggas and shit in my past because of the way that I acted. You know, I act feminine and I still do. And I wasn't as masculine as the other boys, which is why most of my friends are girls, and I only have a handful of male friends that I call best friends who accept me for who I am and what I am. And I just think that hopefully you have people in your life that encourages you to just embrace who you are and not try to change yourself for anybody else, because the self-esteem comes within. After a while, you're gonna get sick of if people can tell you to ignore it all you want to, but when you are when you've been bullied so much and you ignore it, it does not help. Sometimes you can ignore shit to the core, and when you get alone, it hurts you and you want to cry and you want to do countless of other things, and it's very stressful and it's very hard to deal with. My whole thing is that you need to talk to somebody about how you feel. Number one, you might need to tell your mother that you was molested. That seems like that's a big burden on you. It's a big burden. It has to be a big burden. I think you need to tell your mother that you was molested, because it's clearly still bothering you, and it might be one step for you to go into healing. Clearly you haven't healed from being molested, so you have to tell your mother what's going on with that as far as you being, molested. I think you need to tell your mother that you was molested by a family member and countless others, and that's why you are the way you are. That'll be one step for you to heal. Number two, surround yourself with positive people. If you got friends, talk to them about some of your situations and tell them what's going on. And if they are your real friends, they'll be there to encourage you. They'll be there to have your back regardless, no matter who is around. Because that's how I got to, grow up and just gain self-esteem for myself, because my friends are very supportive of me. And they are always down for me. And they never gave a fuck what nobody had to say about me. You know what I'm saying? And when you have people like that that's always down to ride for you and always gonna have your back regardless, I honestly think that helps. And I think that that's something that you really need help with. You really need people that's gonna encourage you to stay up and not be down, and always try to help you either way it go. One, like I said, number one, you need to tell your mother that you were molested, because it's obviously a weight on your shoulder that you need to be taken off. Number two, you really need to surround yourself with friends and just talk to your friends about your inner feelings and your inner emotions, and if they understand, if you got friends that are understanding and that are willing to listen. And number three, once you grow into yourself and start to accept yourself for who you are, because number one, you can't help who you are. If you're not as masculine as other guys, then that's just what it is. You can't really hide who you are. That's just you. You know what I'm saying? And learn to accept that. Just say, well, hell, I might not be as masculine as other guys, but hey, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, just accept yourself and don't look to others for acceptance, because that's where we all go wrong at. We want everybody else to accept us, but we ain't accepting ourselves. So at the same time, you need to accept yourself and not even give a fuck about what motherfuckers say. It's not easy. I know the way I'm saying it sounds like it's easy, because it's not. Because I've been in your situation. Except for the molested thing, because I've never been molested, but I've been in your situation where I had low self-esteem and I've been called faggots and all these type of names, and it hurt me and it made me soft. But at the same time, and I got bullied, but at the same time, once I started to gain that level of self-esteem and self-respect for myself and started to speak up for myself, that's when I started to just be me and accept me for who I am and what I am, and not give a fuck about what nobody got to say. And that's what you have to do. Number one, like I said, let me go down the list one more time just so you can get what I'm saying, get my drift. Number one, you have to tell your mother that you was molested, so you can get that off your shoulders. And you may have to discuss it with either a therapist or a close friend that you trust, or just somebody you trust. It can be somebody in your family that you trust, and that you trust won't say anything, or that you whatever. Just tell somebody, number one. Number two, what did I say already? Damn, I just lost my train of thought. You have to tell somebody. You have to just not... Damn, I forgot what I said the first time. But the main thing is you got to tell somebody. And after you tell somebody, that's one step closer to you just getting over what's going on. That's one step for you healing. And then you got to start speaking up for yourself. You got to start just not caring too much about what people say, because whether you were masculine or not, you would still get talked about. That's just the way the world turns. Bitches gonna talk regardless. So I just lost my train of thought just that quick. But I'm sure you can rewind the video and just listen to what I said previously, but you get my drift. You just have to do all of those things so you can heal and get yourself together. And if you need any more advice, You know that you can easily email me, or you can easily hit me up on Facebook. It really doesn't matter, because this is really a sad situation, and it hits home in so many ways. The bullying aspect, the name calling, even the molestation part. Even though I was never molested, but I know people that were molested. You know what I'm saying? So I know like 3 people that were molested. So it hits home, and it's very sad. And I know that that's probably going to strike a nerve with the viewers as well, because that's a touchy topic, and that's something that's hush hush a lot. So I hope my advice helps you a lot, and you can keep coming to me for advice. You can keep emailing me, and you can easily hit me up on Facebook. The third question and final question. Hey Scotty, I love all of your videos and your reviews, and I need your advice on this situation. So I was in a relationship with a man for 2.5 years, and I was so in love with him. We've known each other for 4 years altogether, and as the years went by, me and him became best friends. After 2.5 years of being in a relationship with him, I asked him did he know if he loved me enough to marry me in the future or not. And shockingly, his answer was, I don't know. He told me his reason was because he's in college and he's young and doesn't have a career yet. I understand his reasons, but I think that if you love someone, you just love them regardless if you're in college or not. Of course, I want to marry him because we've been best friends for so long, but at the same time, I waited patiently on him to graduate and get a career before I expected him to marry me. I think 2.5 years is long enough to know if you want to spend the rest of your life with someone. I didn't continue on with the relationship because I was afraid that 2 more years would come around and his answer would still be, I don't know. Because of other reasons, it was obvious that I loved him more than he claimed to love me. So I ended our relationship, and he willingly accepted it. I thought that he would at least say, let's work this out or something, to show that he really wanted to be with me. So my questions to you are, am I wrong to think that after 2.5 years of a relationship, you should know if you want to spend the rest of your life with the person, or do you think I should have just waited it out? Let's see. I can't really say if you were right or if you were wrong. You can't rush a person to marry you if they're not ready, number one. If a person ain't ready to marry you, they just not ready to marry you. And if you love them enough, you would stick it out. I'm just saying, some people just aren't ready for marriage. And if you pushing somebody to marry you, that's going to be worse on you too, because clearly they aren't married. They aren't ready to marry, and your relationship is going to be in the gutter from the very jump if you try to push somebody that doesn't want to get married right now to marry you. It's not cool to do that. But at the same time, like after you broke up with him, he willingly accepted it, like he just really didn't give a fuck about you breaking up with him. It's something going on with that. That don't even sit well with me. If he would have said, let's work it out, or just give me some time to, to know what I want to do and where I want to be or whatever, then you know what I'm saying, I could understand it. But he just willingly accepted it like it really didn't mean shit to him. That is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That is really crazy. So I really don't know where his head was in the first place, in my opinion, with that one. Like, he just willingly accepted it. Like, he really didn't give a fuck about it. That is crazy to me. And as far as you needing to wait it out, I really don't know. Like, sometimes for some people, 2.5 years, going on 3 years is enough time to know, okay, I want to be with this person. I love this person because I got a best friend, and he has been with this girl for, I think, for 2 years, and this girl knows that she wants to be with him forever, and he knows that he wants to be with her forever. For some people, you just know, but for some, they're not really sure about it. Some people feel like there's a lot more to learn about a person in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say you were right or wrong. You obviously knew that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with him. You knew what you wanted. But on the other hand, he didn't really know what he wanted. So you probably was better off without him, because he really didn't know what he wanted, but you were sure of yourself. But and then the way that he broke it, when you broke it off with him, the way it happened, it's like he didn't really give a damn about the whole situation. So at the same time, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it was a right or wrong thing. My thing is, I respect you for knowing what you wanted, and he didn't know what he wanted, and sometimes things have to end that way. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that you were right or wrong, to be honest. I mean, it's just a matter of, you know what you want, and if you know, if the person isn't really sure about it, then you know what I'm saying, you might need to let them go. But the way that he just accepted it and then try to work it out speaks volumes to me. It probably was meant to be. It probably just wasn't meant for y'all to be together, in my opinion. So that is the end of my Ask Scotty segment today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. The next time you'll probably see me is on Monday night, early Tuesday morning for my Love and Hip Hop and Bad Girls Club 9 video. Make sure y'all check that out, and hopefully over the weekend I'll do a my perspective video if I see any more entertaining gossip in the industry or whatnot, and I'll film it over the weekend, and you'll probably see it Tuesday or Wednesday. That's if I do it, because I don't want to keep giving y'all promises for videos and then I don't do it. So I'm out of here, you guys. Peace. To the next Ask Scotty. Peace, love, and hair grease, or whatever you want to call this shit. And please be sure to send me more questions, because I'm running out of questions in this email. So make sure y'all send me more questions. I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.